Hello guys, what's going on? Welcome to a brand new episode where today we take on Southampton at home in the Premier League and we also take on Burnley at home in the FA Cup third round. But before we get into it, here are the highlights of some of the games leading up to this episode. Okay, so there were your highlights, and obviously you may have noticed the Swansea City game being involved in them highlights, because I did say that I was going to play the League Cup in this episode, but I decided against it. And to be honest with you, it was pretty much a boring game, so it doesn't really matter. But we do take on Liverpool, as you can see, in the semi-final. So it's going to be a tough game. Well, really, it's always going to be a tough game. We never do that well against them, but it will be a tough game, but it's a decent chance of getting some silverware this season, and that's why I also consider the Burnley game also important. And just a reminder, because obviously we beat Paris Saint-Germain to advance into the knockout stages of the Champions League, we also drew Zenit, as you can see. A decent draw, I think. It's not going to be easy, but compared to what we could have had, like Real Madrid, etc., etc., it's not a bad draw at all. But anyway, let's get down to business. We've got Southampton to deal with first. Now let's look at the condition of the squad. Sturaro is slightly injured, but he's got a broken nose, but he can wear a mask, and that's what he's going to do, and he will feature in today's game. Just look at Guillermo. I mean, it's insane. 20 goals in total this season. If you want a quick look at his stats, he just keeps getting better and better. He's now valued at £20.5 million. He's just recently signed a new contract on 43 grand a week. You've got to believe he's going to want to change that. Apologise, knocking things around on my desk. It's a bit of a mess, actually. I've got to be honest with you. But anyway, moving on. A couple of injuries to go through. Adam Armstrong, felt sorry for him. He sort of took part in the League Cup game. He's got injured in training, so he's got a torn back muscle, so he's out between 2 to 4 weeks. It's not been good, but Freddie Woodman's back. That's good news. He's wanted. Who's he wanted by? Wow, look at all them. Villa, Millwall, Portsmouth, and Burton. So wanted by a few clubs. Sterry's also wanted by Birmingham. I have decided, it's a big decision, but I have decided to place Matt Ritchie for sale. He wants to leave the club, so he is up for sale. I asked for about £14.5 million. I mean, I don't think it's a bad offer. He's a decent player. He's still do a job for us, but it's safe. It's fair to say, really, that the likes of like Jacob Murphy, he's having a good season. Jacob Murphy, never expect him to play so well. He's averaging rating of 7.21. Only got 5 goals, fair enough. Wilfred Zaha's on 13 goals. What a signing he's been. But this is the team that I'm going to go with today. We've got Timo Horn in goal. We've got Isaac Hayden, Lisandro Lopez in defence in place of Jamal Lascelles. Lascelles has just not been playing very well. His rating's not been too good. So he is having a spell on the bench. So Lopez has got a chance to redeem himself, prove that he's a decent player. He's not done too bad. Average rating of 7.21. So he's playing pretty well, to be fair. Got Kieran Tierney back in the left. We've got Jonjo Shelvey in the middle. David Zappacosta on the right. In the midfield, it is Javier Pastore and Stefano Stiroro, who's going to be wearing a mask today. Wilfred Zaha on the left. Jacob Murphy on the right. And up front on his own is Guillermo. So basically, the task is simple. Well, it's no, okay, maybe not simple, but the mission is we need to get back into the top 4. So 3 points or nothing. I don't want to draw. I obviously don't want to lose. 3 points is a must. So let's get right to it. Let's take on Southampton. Right, we've got to tell the team they're expected to prove a point. Oh, come on. Come on. There's nothing wrong with that. Prove a point. What's wrong with that message? The assistant got it wrong. I blame the assistant. Whatever happens now, if we lose, I am blaming the assistant. But here we go. Kicking things off. Stiraro, broken nose and all. He is out there, showing how it's done. It's going to be... It's not a bad delivery. Here comes Zaha. Crosses the ball back in, and Murphy scores. I was about to say Danny Murphy there. Jacob Murphy scores. Not Danny Murphy, it is Jacob Murphy. But a decent ball in by Zaha as well. That was pretty good. I mean, Murphy in a very good position. In fact, he's in a position where Zaha should be, but doesn't matter. He's got the goal. It's 1-0. 5 minutes gone. Decent start. And we really got to keep this going. So here comes Tierney. We've got to find Shelvey. Pastore. Quite impressed with Pastore so far this season. He's not done too bad. He seems to be enjoying football again. Here comes Zaha. Get the ball in. He finds Pastore. Guillermo. Oh, Guillermo should have scored. He has scored in them certain positions before. That is an easy miss as far as he's concerned. And here we go. The first Southampton attack of the game. And it's a penalty. And Isaac Hayden is giving the penalties away. Well, I don't know why you live it. That was a blatant penalty. It's down to Timo. Can he save it? Oh, he's missed it. He's missed it, and Lisandro Lopez just clears it away. We are let off lightly there. Thank God for the crossbar. Still 1-0 to us. Right, come on. There he comes. What are you doing? What are you doing, Murphy? What are you doing? Zappacosta, get the ball in. And Zaha hits it over the bar. Headers it over the bar, rather. We had a couple of chances. We should have been a couple of goals up at least by now. But, apparently our tackle has been very good. That's nice to know. But we're still attacking. That's good to see. Here comes Guillermo. Finds Zaha. Oh. Tell you what, the Zaha and... Oh, and Hayden's just scored. He makes up for giving away a penalty. And he scores. Makes it 2-0. Marvellous. There's only 25 minutes gone. So they're going to replay. Right place at the right time. Isaac Hayden. What a player he's been as well. You know, who would have thought that he'd be one of the key members of this team in central defence? But anyway, as I was meant to say, the partnership between Zaha and Guillermo is exciting. It's very good. They're linking up very well. And I've got to say, it's 13.5 million quid I spent on Zaha. It's the best 13 million I've spent for a long time. And he's been such a player for us this season. If he is for sale, snap him up. Because he's a top player on this game. I mean, I've signed Zaha a few times over the years of Football Manager, and he's always been good. Oh, it was a decent strike by Stiraro. He's always been a decent signing for me. Whoever I am in recent games. But we're approaching half-time. It is 2-0, and it's a decent first-half display. Let off with the penalty, hit the crossbar. I'm not going to go over that again, mate. That just upset the whole lot. There we go. We're pleased. Pleased with the performance. We're going to keep it up. So far, we are third in the table. It's going to be some battle to stay in that top 4 right now. Likes of Man United, Liverpool, Arsenal... They're all up there now. They're all battling for this. And United just got 1-0 up as well. Doesn't really do us that much of a favour. We just dropped down to 4th. And now Arsenal are taking the lead. What does that mean for us? We dropped down to 5th. Okay. But look, the important thing is that we are winning. That's the important thing. Southampton have got Ryan Sessegnon. That's interesting. Southampton the attack. That's a decent goal that Sessegnon just scored. God's sake. Coca-Cola on ice. It's very much needed today. It's so hot, especially in this room. Oh, that was a decent finish. Right, okay. We can't afford to be complacent now. Do we start making changes? That's they got Troy Deeney as well. They got some weapons, Southampton. The crafty little bastards. Right, okay. Just think about if we need to make any changes. I mean, I'll ease off at the minute. I know we're getting to the late stage of the game. It's a corner ball for Shelvey. It goes. Well, I was going to go back to Shelvey. It's a throw-in. I would like us to find another goal if possible. That's not good. That is not good at all. It's Troy Deeney. I don't like playing against Troy Deeney because Deeney does often score past us every time. There goes Zaha. Finds Guillermo. Loses the ball, but Pastore wins it back. Finds Zaha again. Get the ball in the box. It's Guillermo, and he should have scored. That's the second time he's been in a good position and not put it away. I'm gonna decide to put Daniel Sturridge on for the last 15 minutes or so, replacing Guillermo. So we're gonna do that. I mean, I feel a bit sorry for Sturridge. He had such a great season for his last season. I mean, I did not expect Guillermo to have the season that he's having. But what you do, you got to play the guy who's been on fire, haven't you, all the season? Right, Zaha again. And here comes Daniel Sturridge. He is due a goal. Here he is. And Sturridge. Oh, that was another decent performance. I got a feeling that this is going to come back to bite us in the backside. I got a feeling that Southampton are going to nick some in here. It's that type of game. And United is smashing Liverpool at the minute. It's 4-1 to them. Oh, God. Just defend. There you go. Just defend. It was 4-2 now. Could be an interesting finish there. Right. How is Lopez? Lopez is on 7.5. Right, Shelvey finds Murphy. Sturridge. Sturridge shoots, and it's not a bad effort. It just goes wide. Some of these players are looking knackered, though. We'll go into the last 4 minutes of the game. Chiraros is barely standing. He's on 57%, but he's on 6.8. It looks like we're going to hold out. Yes, we have. We've won 2-1. Okay, so it wasn't a bad. It was a good performance in all. It still leaves us outside the top 4. So, but anyway, not bad. We got 3 points. That's what counts. But we've got an important game next against Burnley in the FA Cup. I'd like us to do well in the FA Cup. If we're going to win anything this season, it's going to be we'll hope to be the FA Cup or the League Cup. So let's get right to it. Burnley at home next. Wow, some drama happening here at St James's Park. Before we get down to this game, we've just sold Matt Ritchie to Everton for $12.5 million, which pissed off John Joe Shelvey, so he's unhappy at the sale. Luckily, the entire squad's okay with it after a very serious team talk. So it's all happening, but we've got some money to spend. Not a lot, but I think it's about 20 in total, and I've got a player in mind to help boost our defence. I think I'll go over that in the next episode. But for now, here's the team to face Burnley. There's a couple of changes being made. Jade De Silva's coming in for Kieran Tierney, and Daniel Sturridge is in place of Guillermo, so giving them a run out against Burnley. The FA Cup 4th round draw has been made as well, so if we do beat Burnley today, we got Chelsea in the next round at home. Chelsea again. But anyway, let's get through this game first. We are the favourites, want a performance. So yes, Matt Ritchie has gone to Everton. And to be fair, I felt it was the right time. I thought 12.5 million was a fair deal. He wasn't getting much first team football. Murphy was playing too well. Christian Atsu he's just a quicker player, and I want pace in the attack there. So if Murphy or Zaha comes down, Atsu comes in. And thinking about it, we got Rolando Aarons, who hasn't seen first team football in such a long time. He's a quick little player, so he may well come into the first team now. So that's my thinking. Fast, quick, attacking midfield is what I want. Richie was just keep doing that. But Richie was just getting, a bit slow, so I had to sell him. It was hard to do, but it had to be done. But anyway, it's a rainy day at St James's Park. But here comes Zaha, and there's nobody in the box at all. Sturridge, where were you? That was a decent ball in. It really could have been 1-0. But yes, a potential fourth round draw against Chelsea is next. I mean, it just had to be, didn't it? But it's 1-0. We're losing 1-0. Decent ball in. Not a great defensive display by all means. And let's have a look at this attack now. It was pretty good. It was a good ball in, but defence should have handled that. But it's 1-0 to Burnley. And the fans don't look happy. We've got to just encourage them a little bit. Get them into the game. Might take Sturaro off at half time. He seems to be struggling with his broken nose. He's such a crucial player. We couldn't afford to let him sit out for a few weeks. But anyway, Zappacosta finds Sturridge. There's Sturridge. I wonder where he went. Here goes Murphy. It's still not bad effort. Could have done a bit better. He really should have tried to find Zaha there. He was sort of running in a decent position. A bit of a frustrating start for us at the minute. But we're attacking at least. Right, here comes Zaha. De Silva. De Silva again. De Silva gets dispossessed again. It's not a bad play. Oh, here comes Sturridge. Sturridge, you should have scored. I can't help but wonder. I think Sturridge may be on the decline a little bit. Oh, it's a decent ball in. Not a bad effort. I think it was offside anyway. But that was a nice cross by Shelby, who's sulking at the minute. Really hope he gets over it. And it's half time. We're 1-0 down. That is not good at all. It's a poor performance. I'm going to have to lay into them. You don't look like you got a desire to win. There you go. Second half underway. Early goal would be nice. I don't want a replay. Really don't want a replay. But I really don't want to lose either. So, which is it? Right. Sturridge isn't playing particularly well. Neither is Hayden, Zappacosta. There's a few on a bit of an off day. Zaha's on a yellow card. It's a free kick. Pastore gets the ball in. It's not the best ball, but well defended. And nobody there to receive the ball from Pastore for that one. But here comes back to Lopez. Well, we're having a go. Come on. Let's try and break down this Burnley defence. Zaha. Sturaro. Not a bad bit of passing going on. Zappacosta. Murphy. Oh, come on. Come on. It's going to be one of them games, isn't it? Oh, Murphy again. Oh, just over the bar. My God, it's going to be that type of game. But Jacob Murphy seems up for it. He's having a go. A couple of chances. Right, we've got to make a change. Something's going to have to come on. We need someone to make an impact. I wonder who that could be. Oh, Sturaro is struggling though, in fairness. We may have to take him off. I think we're going to put Marino on for Sturaro. And then we're going to take off... We're putting Guillermo on. And if this doesn't work, then we don't deserve to progress. There you go. That's just the way it is. I don't think they'll make any more changes. Right, come on. Oh, I've got a feeling they're going to nick it, Burnley. They're going to see this out, aren't they? We're going to go out of the third round of the FA Cup. Oh, what a disappointing performance this is. No highlights. So, yeah, this is it. We're going out of the FA Cup. How disappointing. Hang on. It's Guillermo. Guillermo, get the... Oh, no. No, it's not to be. Not to be. That is shocking. Absolutely shocking. Cannot believe that we're out of the FA Cup. That's just ridiculous. Right then, so we're out of the FA Cup. That's that. And I suspect the board are going to be a little bit annoyed about that. So, got a lot of making up to do. But anyway, this is the league table. After beating Southampton, we're still 5th. We're still in with a chance of competing with the top 4. And in fact, really, if we're really going to overstep the mark, ambition-wise, then we're not far off from Chelsea either for the title. So, stranger things have happened, as I said before. But anyway, guys, that's it. No FA Cup. We still got the League Cup. We still got Champions League. All to play for. And I'm going to leave it here, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have, hit the like button, leave a comment. But more importantly, and this is really, really important, please hit that subscribe button because it'll mean a lot to me. And then I'll see you guys on the next episode. Take it easy. Bye for now.